here. So for example, in our communications, whether we are having the periodic signals and periodic signals, if that signals to be added or subtracted or multiplications, in that way we have to identify which is periodic nature, which is aperiodic signals, and which is two periodic signals are added or not added, we have to see. So in that communication we are using. So first we will discuss about what is meant by periodic signal, what is meant by non-periodic signals, and related problems whether it is added or when the two signals are not added, what is the problem we will get. Okay. So first means what is meant by periodic signal. Periodic is nothing but, so the signal which repeats after certain time period is nothing but periodic signal here. For the continuous time domain signal, the periodic signal is, condition is x of t equal to x of t plus or minus capital T. So this is a condition for continuous time domain signal for the periodic signal here. So this is after certain time period capital T, the signal is repeated. Okay, this is we call it as a fundamental time period. Okay, so this is calculated by using the angular frequency. What is the angular frequency? Is nothing but omega naught with the variation of 2 pi, that is 2 pi f. The units for the angular frequency is radians per second. And so 2 pi f is, we are writing in terms of 2 pi into 1 by t. F is nothing but 1 by t. So that is nothing but what is omega naught equal to, we are getting 2 pi by capital T. And what is t, you are getting 2 pi by omega naught. So what is the condition for the continuous time periodic signal is x of t equal to x of t plus or minus capital T, where fundamental time period, that is t equal to 2 pi by omega naught. So what is the units for the time? Seconds. Similarly, if you are going for the discrete representation, what is the condition is, we are having x of n equal to x of n plus or minus, instead of the capital N, capital D, you are getting capital N. Okay, so this is representation for the discrete time domain signals here. So how to calculate this one is same as this, omega naught equal to 2 pi f. So here also we are writing omega naught equal to 2 pi by, instead of the capital T, here you are getting the value as capital N. Okay, and that should be multiplied with here. Okay, so omega naught equal to 2 pi by capital N, or we can write n equal to 2 pi by omega naught. This is not multiplied with n. So what you will get here? 2 pi multiplied of n. Where m is nothing but integer, it is varies from 1 to n. Okay, overall we have to get the value of fundamental time period, that value is n, that should be a whole number. Okay, so depending upon this m value, we are deciding the value of the periodic signal, fundamental time period for the discrete time domain signal here. So what we have to remember here, periodic signal, this is a condition for the continuous time domain signal, and what is the for the discrete domain signal, we have to remember this condition. For the fundamental time period for the continuous time domain signal, t equal to 2 pi by omega naught. For the discrete time domain signal, what we have to remember, 2 pi by omega naught into multiplied with m. Okay, so these are the formulas for the periodic as well as aperiodic signals here. Now we will see related problems to periodic and aperiodic signal. First one, I am considering the continuous time domain signal x of t plus or minus capital. If it is not satisfied, that is not equal to, is nothing but aperiodic signal, then also called as non-periodic signal. This is for continuous. If it is discrete also, the non-periodic discrete time signal, the condition is x of n is not equal to x of n plus or minus capital N. Okay, so now we will go for the problems related to periodic and aperiodic signal. First problem I am going to take here is x of t equal to sin 2t. Okay, now here I have to find out the fundamental time period for the given equation here. So this is in the form of sin omega naught. Okay, so by using this equation, what you will get here? Omega naught equal to 2. For For the continuous time domain signal, what is capital T formula is 2 pi by omega naught. So what is the fundamental time period here? Equal to 2 pi by omega naught, which is equal to 2 pi by 2. So what is nothing but 5 seconds. So the given signal sin tt is periodic signal with the time period t equal to 5 seconds here. So this is the first example, and coming to the second example. For example, x of t equal to sin square 2t. What is the equation we are having? X of t equal to sin square 2t. So what we are getting here? 1 minus. So what we can write this equation as 1 minus cos 4t divided by 2. Okay. So what is this in the form of cos omega naught t? So cos omega naught is nothing but what is omega naught? We are getting 4. So what is the equation we get? 2 pi by omega naught. What is the formula we are getting? T equal to 2 pi by omega naught. So what is the time period you will get? T equal to 2 pi by omega naught, which is equal to 2 pi by 4 to 5 seconds. So the given signal is periodic with the time period t equal to 5 seconds here. So what is the first signal? A sin 2t. What is the second signal? Sin square 2t. Both the two signals are periodic in nature. For example, if I have the signal is 2 pi t plus 6. Okay. So what is the signal here? 20 sin 2 pi t plus 6 here. So what is here? This one is omega naught t. Omega naught is nothing but what is omega naught equal to from this equation? 2 pi. Okay. What is the time period equation? Time period I already saying 2 pi by omega naught. So what you will get here? 2 pi by omega naught. What is t equal to? You will get 2 pi by capital 2 pi. This is equal to 1 second. So the given signal is periodic with the time period t equal to 1 second here. So what is I can conclude here? So for any signal which is in the form of a sin omega naught t plus 5 in this fashion, then the signal is, we will call it as a periodic signal. Okay. So see the examples here. First, third one. This is 20 sin 2 pi t plus 6. What is a value? 20. Sin omega naught value equal to 2 pi. What is the pi value I have considered? 6. So this signal is periodic with the t equal to 1 second. For the, if you comes to the second example, what we are having? X of t equal to sin square 2t. So what you are getting? 1 minus cos 4t divided by 2. So what you will get? 1 by 2 cos 4t. 1 by 2 cos 4t is nothing but a equal to 1 by 2. So a equal to 1 by 2. So a cos omega naught t plus 5. So this is also a periodic in nature. 1 by 2 cos 4t plus 0. So then that signal is also a periodic signal. If it comes to the first one, what is in this fashion? A sin omega naught t plus 5. A equal to 1 sin, what is omega naught value? 2. Pi value equal to 0. So what I conclude here is every sinusoidal signal as well as force signal is periodic in nature. Okay. Now we will see some more examples. One more example. For example, x of t equal to e power 3t. I wanted to find out whether it is periodic signal or aperiodic signal. Okay. First I will draw this signal. So what is this signal is real exponential signal. Okay. E power 3t. Okay. Real exponential signal is nothing but if t equal to 0. T equal to 0 means e power 0. What is the value? You get 1. Okay. If it is t equal to 1, what is the value? You get e power 3. So like that, this is exponentially increasing function. Okay. Exponentially increasing function is nothing but at t equal to 0, I have the value is 1. At t equal to 1, I have another value. At t equal to 2, I have another value. So this is exponentially growing function. So then this signal is not periodic in nature. That is not repeated after certain time period here. So then this signal is nothing but aperiodic signal. Okay. Or we can say that non-periodic signal. So next example, for example, I have considered x of t equal to e power j3t. Okay, so now what is we can write e power j3t? E power j3t is nothing plus j sin 3t. Okay, cos 3t plus j sin 3t. So this is in the form of a cos omega naught t plus phi fashion. This is in the form of a sin 3 omega naught t plus phi fashion. So from this equation, what we can write? What is this equation? Omega naught or for the first cos function 3. Okay. Similarly, for the omega naught for the sin 3. Let us consider t2 equal to what is the value we get? 2 pi by 3. So these two signals are periodic in nature. Okay, T1 as well as the T2 both are in the periodic nature here. See the example here. First signal is x of t equal to e power 3t real exponential. So that signal is not repeated. Then that signal is nothing but aperiodic signal. If we go for x of t equal to e power j3t. E power j3t is nothing but complex exponential. If it is complex exponential, we can express in terms of the cos terms as well as the sin term. So then that signal is nothing but periodic signal. Okay, that signal is nothing but periodic signal. So this is in the form of, okay, so this is in the form of a into e power j. So whatever I have discussed till now, if the signal which is in the form of a sin omega naught t plus phi fashion, that is periodic in nature. And second example, a cos omega naught t plus phi also, it is in the periodic signal. And third one, which is nothing but complex exponential, a into e power j omega naught t plus phi also in the periodic nature here. These three examples for the only one signal I have considered here. Now let's move to the two periodic signals are added. What is the nature? One more example. Okay, x of t equal to, I have considered sin 100 pi t plus sin 200 pi t. Okay, here I am adding the two continuous time periodic signals here. So sin 100 pi t is a continuous time signal as well as sin 200 pi t continuous time signal. If we add two continuous time signals, we will see whether it is periodic in nature or not. Okay, first we will find out. This is in the form of a sin omega naught t plus phi fashion. So from this equation, what you will get? Omega naught equal to, that is omega naught t, that is nothing but 100 pi. Okay, first one t1. T1 equal to 2 pi by omega naught. Okay, so what you will get here? 2 pi by 100 pi. So what is the value you will get? So let us keep like that only. Second one is omega naught equal to what you will get? 200 pi. T2 equal to 2 pi by omega naught. That is 2 pi by 200 pi. 2 pi by 200 pi. Pi will cancel. What is the answer for the T1? 1 by 50. What is T2 is? Pi will cancel. What is the value? 1 by 100. So if the two signals are added, here we have to take the value of T1 by T2. Okay, if the ratio of the T1 and T2 is rational number, then that signal is called as a periodic signal. If the ratio is irrational number, that signal is nothing but a aperiodic signal. What is T1 value? We got it 1 by 50. What is T2 value? We are getting 1 by 100. So calculate here 1 by 50 into 100 by 1. What is the value you are getting? 2 by 1. 2 by 1 is nothing but that is rational number. That is ratio of two integer numbers here. So that is nothing but T1 by T2 equal to 2 by 1. That the number is rational number. So then the given signal is called as a periodic signal. Okay. Now I want to calculate the common fundamental time period for the total signal here. So how to calculate the fundamental time period here is T equal to. So that is nothing but T1 by T2. What is the value we got it here? 2 by 1. Okay, so 2 by 1 is nothing but what you will get, t1 equal to 2t2. So the fundamental time period equal to, okay, t1 which is equal to 2t2. Okay, t equal to t1. What is t1 value? 1 by 50. So the fundamental time period for the total signal is, we will call it as a t equal to 1 by 50. Okay. So what is the procedure is, first we have to find out the time period for the first signal, time period for the second signal, and we have to verify the ratio of the t1 by t2, whether it is rational or irrational. If it is rational, then the given signal will call it as a periodic signal. After that, we have to find out the common fundamental time period from this relation between the t1 as well as the t2. So we got the two signals as periodic in nature. Let us sin 100t plus sin 200 pi t. Okay. So from this equation, what is omega naught equal to, you will get here 100. What is t1? T1 formula is 2 pi by omega naught. That is nothing but 2 pi by 100. Similarly, for the second one, we are calculating the omega naught value. That value is 200 pi. What is t2? You will get here 2 pi by omega naught. That value is 2 pi by 200 pi. The value you are getting is 1 by 100. The value we are getting is 1 by 50 pi. Okay. So t1 and t2. So what is the ratio of t1 by t2? 1 by 50 pi divided by 1 by 100. So what you will get? 5 by 50 multiplied with 100. So what is the value we are getting? 2 pi. So here there is a value of pi. Pi is nothing but 22 by 7, that is nothing but irrational number here. Okay. So then the given signal is, even though the sign. So what is the value we got it? T1 by T2, the value is 2 pi. Okay. Here pi is nothing but, that is irregular pattern of the rational number, that is we can say that irrational number. So we got it 2 pi. So the sum of the two continuous time periodic signals is, we got the value as aperiodic signal here, because there is no common time period for the 100t plus sin 200 pi t here. So what I can conclude here is, okay, so the two periodic signals, it may be periodic in nature or non-periodic in nature here. Here if we consider the first example, we got the time period, that is nothing but periodic. Even though we have considered periodic signals, here we got the aperiodic signal here, because we got the irrational numbers here. So in the fourth conclusion, I can say, even though the two periodic signals I have considered, the sum may not be periodic. May be periodic or may not be periodic. Now we will take some discrete time domain signals here. Now let us take another example in the form of the discrete domain. For example, x of n equal to, I have the equation sin 2 pi n. I want to know if it is fundamental time period is available only, then that signal is called as a periodic. Otherwise it is nothing but the aperiodic signal here. So from this equation, what is this form of? That is in the form of, what is the equation I have considered for the discrete domain? X of n equal to x of n plus or minus capital N. So what is the formula for the omega naught? I already discussed here, 2 pi by capital N. Let us take which is multiple with L. Okay. So that is nothing but, so omega naught. What is omega naught value? You get 2 pi. Okay. So omega naught equal to time period is, this is not omega naught, this is n. This is omega naught. Okay. So what is capital N value? Capital N value, what we are having, 2 pi by omega naught. Omega naught value is 2 pi. It is multiple with L. So 2 pi will cancel. It means I already told this is nothing but integer 1 to n. So we have to take minimum value not to get the value of whole number for the n. So for example, if I consider m equal to 1, what is the capital N value we are getting? 1 second. Okay, so the given signal is periodic, that is discrete time signal is periodic with the fundamental time period n equal to 1 second here. Okay, so now let us take second example, x of n equal to sine 2n. So this is in the form of sine omega naught n. What is omega naught? You will get 2. Okay, let us calculate n. What is n here? 2 pi by omega naught. Omega naught, what is the value? 2. Which is multiple with m. So 2 will cancel. What is n equal to? We are getting pi, that is multiple with m. Okay, m should be integer values, that is 1 to infinity. So if I consider m equal to 1, what is the value we are getting? N equal to pi. Pi is nothing but that is irrational number, I already told you. Okay, that is nothing but the given signal is aperiodic signal, that is no periodic signal here. So here we are not getting the fundamental time period signal for the given signal here. And one more thing I can tell you, if the signal which is in the fashion 2 pi terms, that signal is called as a periodic. If it is not in terms of the pi, then that signal is not a periodic signal here. Okay, now x of n equal to n sine 4 pi n. Okay, I wanted to calculate the sum of the two discrete time periodic signals, whether it is periodic or aperiodic signals here. So for example, what you will get here? Omega naught. What is omega naught value? You will get 2 pi. Okay, n equal to 2 pi by omega naught. That is 2 pi by 2 pi, which is multiplied with m. Let us consider it as 1. n1 equal to, if it is 1, 2 pi will cancel. We are getting the value 1. Okay. Similarly, for the omega naught equal to 4 pi, what is n2 you are getting here is 2 pi by omega naught, that is 2 pi by 4 pi, which is equal to m. This is 1, this is 2. Okay. If it is n equal to 2, what is the value you are getting? This is n2 equal to 1 by 2. So what is the value you are getting? If it m equal to 2, we are getting the signal is 1. Okay. So then the given signal is periodic with the time period here. Okay. Now we have to find out here what we are getting. N equal to n1 equal to 2 pi by 2 pi. What we are getting here is n2 equal to 2 pi by 4 pi. Okay. Now we have to find out the common time period here. Common time period is nothing but LCM of n1 comma n2. So if you consider the numerator part 2 pi into 2 pi, what you will get? 2 pi. Okay. What is the denominator part? 2 pi into 4 pi. What is the least common factor is 2 pi. So that is nothing but 2 pi by 2 pi is nothing but fundamental time period for the given signal here. And I can conclude here, for the discrete time periodic signals, if the sum of the two discrete time period signal is always the periodic in nature only. If you consider the continuous time periodic signals, it may be periodic or may not be periodic. If you go for the discrete periodic signals, always we are getting the periodic signals only. Okay, that is discrete periodic signals here. Okay, now we'll go for the how to find out the for the graph whether it is periodic or aperiodic signals. For the graph, we have to find out whether it is periodic or aperiodic. Let us take one example, u of t minus 2 into u of t minus 5. For this signal, this is continuous time signal. Okay, I want to find out whether it is periodic or aperiodic signal here. First, I will draw this signal here, u of t minus 2u of t minus 5. So let us take this one as u of t plus, okay, minus 2 into u of t minus 5. Okay, I am drawing the signal u of t. U of t is nothing but unit step signal having the amplitude is 1 with the limits as 0 to infinity. With the limits 0 to infinity. This is nothing but u of t signal. Okay. Next one, we are having u of t minus 5. U of t minus 5 is nothing but delayed by 5 seconds here. So u of t is 0 to infinity. Okay, having the amplitude is 1. U of t minus 5. U of t minus 5 is nothing but delayed by 5 seconds. So that is nothing but it should start from the 5 to infinity. Having the amplitude is 1. Okay. So this is nothing but u of t minus 5. Find the u of t minus 5 which is multiplied with minus 2. So that is amplitude is multiplied with minus 2. So instead of 1 that is multiplied with minus 2. So 1 multiplied with minus 2 is nothing but, okay. So what you will get here is 1 into minus 2. Having the limits as 5 to infinity. 5 to infinity. So this is nothing but u of t. This is nothing but 2u of minus 2u of t minus 5. Let us, this is first one, u of t. This is nothing but minus 2u of u of t minus 5. Let us add these two figures. If we add these two figures, okay, 0 to 5, what is the amplitude here? 1. 0 to 5, what is the amplitude here? 0. 1 plus 0, what do you get here? Okay, after 5, what is the amplitude of the unit step signal? 1. After 5, what is the amplitude of minus 2u, t of minus 5? 1. So 1 minus 2. 1 minus 2 is nothing but minus 1 unit. So after 5, you are getting the value is minus 5. Minus 5. This is nothing but u of t plus minus 2u of t minus 5. See the figure. Okay, after 0 to 5, the same signal is not repeated. Okay, so that is nothing but up to 0 to 5 one signal, and after 5 one more signal is there, that is not repeated signal here. So then the given signal is non-periodic signal. So like this we have to find out whether it is periodic or aperiodic signal. So in this class what we have discussed is nothing but what is meant by periodic signal, for the periodic signals as well as the aperiodic signal. So what I can conclude here is, if the signal is in the form of a sin omega naught t plus phi, or if the signal is in the form of a cos omega naught t plus phi, or in the form of complex exponential form a e power j omega naught t plus phi, those signals are in periodic in nature. And one more point is, if the two continuous time signals are added, it may be periodic in nature or aperiodic in nature. And one more point is, if the two discrete time periodic signals are always periodic in nature only, that is in discrete form here. So this is a detailed description of about the periodic signals here. Okay, so from the NR education tutorials, if you have any problems related to periodic and aperiodic signals, please post in the comment box. Okay, so we will solve that problem, we will post the answers. Please subscribe our channel NR Educational Tutorials. Thank you all.